Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back at it like a bad habit, and it's actually been a while, so I don't know if it's really a bad habit anymore. It's been a hot minute since we did any installations on the car, because the last thing we did was a louvers, and that was a while ago, dude. This seemed like they've been on there forever, but finally got some extra little cash I was able to spend, and we got a new diffuser. Boom. Let me flip it around real quick, and let me explain myself. Oh, before we get into my shit, apparently, he just has to pull out his headlights that he just got. I didn't think they'd come this quick, man.
I didn't think so either.
Fuck yeah.
It surprised me. I mean, you already know what they look like.
Oh yeah, we're about to do another install video today. Oh shit. Oh yeah, baby. Joining the VLAN gang. Oh yeah.
Come on.
Okay, back to the normal programming. So I got a diffuser off of another 86 guy, and it's the Velox version of it, their aggressive diffuser. I've always wanted this when I had my black BRZ. This kind of diffuser I always wanted, but things happen, and I got this car, and well, I wasn't really actually planning on going on with this diffuser. It was actually going to be the Chardvana one off of FT. It kind of cuts out your whole rear like stock diffuser and such like that. But anyways, I picked this up for pretty cheap, 300 bucks. But the only problem is that I have the Greddy Revolution, or Revo. Is it Revo? Revo. The exhaust. Revo, whatever. This and the Tomei happen to be the two exhausts that do not fit this. So what we had to do is we actually had to cut some of it out. If you go to FRS website, they actually have a Tomei template to what to cut on here. I didn't know that until after I did it, but the Greddy one is pretty similar to the Tomei, but the piping might be just a little bit different. So if you do own this Greddy exhaust, you can kind of follow this. If you have owned a Tomei, go buy the one off of there. I think it's like 13-14 bucks. It's a nice little template. They put it on there and you can cut it. And yeah. So that's what basically what I did. We cut the hole a little bit bigger, and then the piping, and then we did this kind of triangle thing to see if it would work. And we got pretty good fitment on it, and it lines all up, and there's really not any issues with it. And we got some of the extra aggressive covers as well. So it's a little faded. I did spray paint this a little bit black where we cut it. It seems like it's covered for the most part, but we'll see how it does over maybe the next 6 months. But that's how it is. I kind of bolted everything up a little bit. I've already tested this on it and have it driven it. And so basically I'm just doing the video and installing it and just having a good time. So yeah, let's get to this. So this part, when you're doing this, I would either probably have a buddy help you or have a jack stand or something. So basically your sway bars has the bolts right here. I think you guys can see that. Yeah, these right here, you basically have to undo both of them, unloosen this guy, and it's just allows you to get underneath. Honestly, if you're watching this video how to install this, just go watch FT86 Speed Factory's one, because it's just way better. That's where I learned it from. But if you're here for the humor, or just seeing me struggle all the time, that's what we're here for. Or if you have the Greddy exhaust or Tomei, here we are. But yeah, so there's just a bolt right here, bolt right there, and that will kind of hold it for the most part. It might bend your little brackets a little bit, but then we'll get the bracket on here bolted up, and we'll be good to go. So let's get this done. So now, since we got the two sway bar bolts on, they're on tight, but I can definitely get them down more, which we will do in a second. But the next thing you have is you're going to be the spacer, basically. Your hardware might be a little bit different. Like I said, I bought this off a guy, so who knows what hardware is supposed to go with what. But basically, it goes right here. So you have your bracket, and you have the hole, and basically this plastic spacer right here goes in between the diffuser and the bracket. So basically we're going to install both of those, and we're kind of playing with the look, honestly. So we're thinking about maybe should we run it all the way up or should we run it a little bit down. And I think I'm going to run the spacer, and then we'll look at it. If we don't like it, it's super easy to take the spacer off, and we'll just have the gap a lot closer. So we're going to do that real quick, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so the spacer is on currently, and this is kind of how it sits. So when we did our cut, even with the spacer on, there's no rubbing going on whatsoever, and which is really nice because I was afraid that maybe after driving we would hear like some clicking or something like that. There's nothing, but we do have a bit of a gap here, so I don't think it's really that big because even right now, like with that even like not fully tightened and this is pretty tight, honestly, the thing isn't moving whatsoever. I think I like it that way. Yeah, man, I don't know. Like, I don't think moving it up a couple inches is going to make it that dramatic of a difference. And honestly, we'll probably run it like this for a little bit and then see kind of how we like it driving on the road. If on the road it kind of looks weird or something like that, then maybe we'll lift it back up. But if you wanted to do, if you wanted to raise this whole thing up to like closer to the OEM diffuser, you just take that spacer out and just hard mount it. Because you can see the previous owner did that. See that little square there? You can tell that this was there at that point. So. But if you had the Tomei or this Greddy, you know, just make a couple cuts, like I showed you guys, and that's pretty much it, man. Like that's pretty much the install, and then I just need to get this part installed. So the issue that I'm running into is this. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to unbolt these two bolts again, and then slide this over there. I know it fits because I was fiddling with it, but it's really like close, like it's on the exhaust. It's just like, you know, sitting on there with a lot of pressure, which is fine. So we're gonna have to do that and mount these up as well. So I'm gonna do that, and we'll go from there. And I don't know what really these do. I'm assuming some aerodynamic stuff and help with like downforce and just like the airflow underneath, getting it out underneath the car. But yeah, so right now, overall look of the car definitely improves it. It definitely looks better with the diffuser with the wing on it now. And yeah, boys, I think that looks freaking great. I was able to get one of the, I guess, like under panels on. The problem with that, the other one, is because of the routing of the piping. You'd have to cut a lot of it, and I honestly think that if you cut too much of it, it's kind of beating the purpose of it. But this other one works perfectly fine, and it's nice, and it's on there, ain't moving it at all. So this is the one that just wasn't going to work. When you flip it underneath, basically this whole piece right here was just having issues on just fitment, and I was trying to get it over the pipe, so it's just kind of be like sitting like that over the pipe. And the problem was that I wasn't able to go fully over, and I wasn't able to get this one mounted at all. This one was okay, but honestly it made this one so warped that it just wasn't going to fit. So unfortunately I can't run this piece, but the other one worked out pretty well. I'm going to clean up real quick, and then we're going to see how this thing looks outside, get maybe a little thumbnail for it, and we'll call this video good. Alright, I hope you guys all enjoyed the little install video. I hope it helps a couple people out. And I'm getting down on some Call of Duty, getting my my try-hard panties on. But yeah, I don't know if we have a couple of extra things coming up in the next couple of weeks whenever you guys will see this. And we'll go from there. My name is Wes. Follow me on Instagram, BRZ Panther. I'll plug it in right here. Thanks for following, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.